we're back, and of course, the first two segments, we've done nothing but scream out the issues that are facing us all. Of course, the administration are saying otherwise, that there's so much growth, there's so much to be thankful for, and they're already preparing their SONA. But in reality, is it the truth? Which is why in the opening spiel, I explained exactly what is the truth and where is the integrity between the accuser, the accused, the situation as a whole. As Mr. Chan has explained to us, yung inangyari sa gobyerno is the systematic disorder to generate funds for those in position and power to generate more funds. Because ang nangyari, selectively, the courts, the judicial, or the system supposedly in place, the institutions have been weakened so that they can become even more prosperous. Should we sustain this? Obviously not, because this is the recipe of disaster. But what do we do, and how do we go about it? Attorney Luna, I appreciate na at least your remedy to file a writ of mandamus is a move in the right direction. Maganda yan. Ikaw, Johnny, ano recommendation mo?
Ang recommendation ko, katulad ng, we start with the taxes. We heavily taxes with the 12% VAT and the 30 and 32% income tax. We copy the program of Hong Kong or Singapore.
Reduce taxes.
Reduce taxes. Pag binaba mong taxes, bababa ang corruption. So, ang foundation...
Bababa ang corruption, bakit? Kasi...
Konti na nanakawin eh.
So, in other words, kung ano ninanakaw ng gobyerno, bawasan. Huwag na lang kaya tayo magbayad ng taxes. Pwede ba rin ba yun? Hindi naman pwede, no?
Civil disobedience yung sinasabi mo.
Civil disobedience.
Ako ang direction ko kasi ito, pag unlad ng sambayan, may program yan eh. Yung gumawa ka sa Economic Council, binaba mo yung buwis, yun ang direction muna. Ang tao may pera. Pag meron kang 1 milyon na negosyante, nag-expand siya, mag-hire ng tig-1 tao lang. We have 1 million job. Di ba? Anong ginagawa nila? Pag ang pera nasa gobyerno, ang ginagawa nila? Ninanako lang naman nila, kitang-kita natin for so many years. If you count the budget day, yung kalsada walang sira, ilang beses sinisira.
Parehong kali.
So ako, ang direction ko, ang taong bayan, ang bahala na dyan. Sila supervision na lang. So pag yung direction pinupuntahan, uunlad dyan within the next 6 years.
But you can't. Hawak ng gobyerno, the legislative, the judiciary, and obviously the executive. Sila ang gumagawa ng batas, sila rin nag-i-implement. Sila din ang nagdi-disburse ng lahat ng magastusin ng gobyerno.
Pero nakita mo yung, well, we have to go back to history. When you simplify taxation and you go back to good governance, sabihin natin, walang yan si Marcos, sabi natin nung araw. Lumalabas, mas worse ba ito eh? Di ba? Wherever you go, from the barangay to the local government unit and to the national, makikita puro harassment. Di ba? So, kitang-kita mo, you're talking to people that don't know about business.
Si Noynoy ba, inaakusa mo rin na corrupt?
Ganito na yan. If you are not corrupt, then something wrong is with you. Because in the last 4 years, iba yun. Totoo naman yun. In the last 4 years, rice smuggling. Sabi mo kanina, yung bigas tumataas. Still smuggling.
Hanggang ngayon eh.
O, di ba? So, anong sinasabi natin? Kung ako si Noynoy, kung ako si Pinoy, papagalitan ko lahat ng cabinet member, mag-resign muna kayo lahat. Palitan ko kayo lahat. Di ba?
Pero sinong papalit mo?
There are good people eh. Ang daming magagaling tao.
Wag lang mga politiko, mga traditional politicians.
Wag lang yung sinasabing, mahal na mahal ko kayo, I will love you till the end. Biglang sabihin, now is the end. Gagawa mo muna akong pera.
Pero lahat ng tao ni Noynoy, lahat politiko, no? Lahat ng pumasok sa kabinete niya, puro politiko. Halos lahat.
Pag isang tao...
Walang technocrat, na professional. Halos wala.
Alam mo, Harry, maraming taon dyan magagaling eh. Makikita mo kung isang tao, walang pamilya, walang anak, hindi nagbabayad ng kuryente, hindi nagbabayad ng tubig, hindi nag-grocery, lahat niya, hindi niya alam yung sinasabi natin.
Hindi maintindihan.
They refuse to listen. Meralco, binababoy na nga tayo, alam na nagnakaw. Tapos sa labas ng TV, wala silang kasalanan, nagkamali silang ganyan. Can you say it in front of everybody what you're doing? Ang kapal na mukha.
Sounds like butchabad. Wala siyang ginagawang masama.
Di ba? Lahat naman
wala
masama.
natatawa?
Di ba? So, ang punto ko nun, kailang tinatawag ng moral change. Yung direction mo, hindi hanap buhay. Ang direction mo para sa taong bayan.
But how do we get to that? I mean, the difference, for example, the one you cite is the Singapore model, where they reduce taxes over the decade, the same thing with Hong Kong.
Yes.
And you let where there is less government and commerce and business on its own, it's a better system.
Yes.
But before we can even reach there, yung mga nag-implement nga ng taxation, gumagawa ng batas for more taxation, ay yung gobyerno ngayon. Sila ang nagpapahirap sa atin. How do we get rid democratically without having a strong arm rule? I mean, we've tried strong arm rule, it didn't work. Buti sana if we have what you call a benevolent leader like Lee Kuan Yew, obviously, out of 100 million Filipinos, wala. Not one. Not one.
Meron.
Meron.
Tayo.
Ayoko
Tayo.
pumasok ng
Hindi.
gobyerno. Ang hirap ng
Hindi.
buhay.
Alam mo, Hari.
Alam mo, sumubok ako, pero alam mo, now that I'm over it, somehow nakakahinga ako because I'm not sure I like that lifestyle.
Yan ang Hari. Tayo may kasalanan. After EDSA 1, pinayagan natin silang humawak ng gobyerno.
The same people naman, the same families.
Kunyari, mahal nila ang Pilipinas. Pag upo nila, nagbago ba? Because we didn't sacrifice. Somebody has to sacrifice. Hindi ko sinasabi ako yung perfect. But we come up with program, balance of economy. Alam ng Philippine Chamber of Commerce yan eh. Ang problema, takot din sila.
Takot din eh.
Oh, di ba? Simplify lang yan. Makikita mo SSS. Di ba, binababo yung SSS. Katulad ko, biktima ko ng SSS. After 16 years, sinabi may utang ako. Di ba?
Baka naman umutang ka talaga sa SSS.
Wala nga ang utang eh. Nagbabayad tapos ang burden of proof sa akin pa. Yung company na, makikita mo, yun ang negligence. Because we've been accepting all those things. Katulad yan, yung lately lumabas, yung kung kulang sticker mo, may multa. Up to now, wala pa yung sticker yung kotse ko eh.
Hanggang ngayon. Akin
Di ba? What are they talking about?
2 taon na yung akin, wala pa rin eh.
Hari, ang tawag nating comedy na. Hindi na good governance. Comedy na lahat nangyayari.
But how do we place these people who've been so well entrenched, whose families, ika nga ni Butchabad, what's wrong with 10 of my family being in government?
Pero kay Marcos
dapat 30.
Oo.
Hindi 10 people, 30 people in his family dapat. But, sige, kay Marcos.
Panahon ni Marcos, mali. Nepotism. Ngayon, tama sila pag nepotism. Doon mo makita, because ikaw mismo nagsalita kanina eh. Kayo ang may kasalanan. We let it happen eh. There are good people in the Philippines. Imposible sila ng genius. Di ba? Ang problema kasi, lahat ng buong system, hindi na political dynasty. Political mafia na yan.
Mafia na yan.
From the election, ng COMELEC, kitang-kita mo Picos machine. Hindi na sumusunod ang COMELEC.
Hindi na nga sumusunod.
Lahat. And we just let go because, may nanalo sa election. Okay na, palakpakan tayo. Tapos pag upo, gumagawang sariling batas, gumagawang sariling taxation, may sariling kingdom eh. And the greatest fault of all is the local government code. We created the tyranny of a lot of mayors and barangay chairman. Di ba?
Si Pimentel tumira niyan government code,
Yan
local
masasabi,
government code, 1992.
maganda yung government code sana.
The spirit.
Kung sinunod yung lahat nakasulat. Simple lang eh. You have to publish the expenditure, the income. Ginagawa ba nila?
Ikaw, anong solution, attorney?
Well, we have to give back to the people the power to decide and chart their destiny.
So in other words, like for example, the writ of mandamus, hold these two responsible. If necessary, incarcerate these two or take them out.
No, because the writ of mandamus is limited. This will not involve prosecution, but this may pave the way for the recovery of ill-gotten wealth. Because the 6+ billion is ill-gotten wealth according to COA itself. So why
sila
not?
naglabas nun,
Yes.
hindi naman Sinopolis.
Why sleep on this? So this is also one way of giving due process to all those named in the report. Because for all we know, not all of them may have been that crazy enough,
Negligent
or corrupt to touch public funds. So this is also one way of enhancing our respect for the rule of law, for due process, and for re-cleansing our institutions.
Boto ka doon, Johnny.
Meron kong sasabihin kaya lang pinipigil
sige.
ang sarili ko eh.
Huwag mo na pigilin. Hiya ka pa.
Oo nga, medyo makapal ang mukha ko eh. Pag upo ni Pinoy, meron sang dokumento, revolutionary government. Okay, yun ang transition government. Total cleansing yan, aayusin mo yan. Okay? Yun ang dokumento na ginawa ng RAM-YOU. Nila Daniel. Kaya pag tinatanong mo sa akin, anong solusyon? Yun ang pa rin ang solusyon mo. Transition government, ayusin mo. Alam mo, lahat ng problema natin simplify. We just copy from other country their success.
What works. For
Yes.
example, what happened now in Thailand.
Thailand.
Yes.
both sides cannot seem to meet. The yellow and the red shirts, miski nung gawin mo, the politicians cannot meet. The judiciary, nahihirapan. Military junta na muna. Coup d'etat. So, you're saying that might even be a solution, if
But
necessary.
if that person, meron siyang direction ng pinupuntahan, at saka yung tinatawag righteous heart, aayusin niya, hindi pang personal. Ang sinasabi ko, kailangan may magsasakripisyo.
Ayun.
Yung direction yan, for the common good of the people. Kitang-kita mo yung lahat ng nangyayari. Parang, tama ba itong ginagawa nila? Alam natin mali eh. But yet, we just, wala parang, ang sinasabi, pero wala nang magagawa eh. They are, what are they in power for? But precisely what we're trying to do, Harry, at kanina paglabas natin, kawawa ang next generation. Nakakaawa na talaga yan. And yet we're supposed to be lawyers, may pinag-aralan, alam natin solusyon. Pero we keep on talking about the problem, but there is a solution if we want to.
But at the rate it's going, it doesn't look like we're going anywhere because, like we said, the accuser and the accused, both ways right now, the way they both stand, with a weak judiciary. I mean, I wonder how that's going to work out.
Kaya kailangan talagang somebody.
You have some movements coming up. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have one on
The June 12.
June 12. So itong Independence Day.
Yes.
Anong event natin sa Independence
Ang kasama
Day?
naming grupo is 6-12-14. That means June 12, 2014. Yun ang
Okay.
protest movement. We'll march from Welcome Rotonda to Cartilian ng ni Bonifacio sa near Manila City Hall. The left,
Binigyan na ba kayo ng permit?
Meron na po. Ang bayan muna will stay in Liwasang Bonifacio and they will march to Menjola. Kami naman, itong march namin, we are hoping everybody could join. May motorcade kami, may maglalakad. Alam mo, nawala ng opposition. Wala ng political opposition sa buong Pilipinas. Ang naiiwan ng political opposition, ito mga cause-oriented, may tunay at peke. Kami ang tunay kasi ang pinag-uusapan na...
Ano yung peke? Bakit sinasabi mo may peke?
Merong sinasabing ayaw mag-oust Pinoy. Ay may panawagan na ibagong Pinoy, mag-resign ka na kung di mo kaya. So, may kanya-kanyang opinion. Ibig sabihin na wala daw kasalanan si Pinoy. Ang sinasabi ibang grupo, malaking kasalanan yan. Ikaw yung padre ng pamilya, ikaw ang boss namin, ikaw ang boss, ikaw the father of the country. And this
The back
happen,
ends with you.
And it ends with you, parang lumalabas, unless you do something, kasama ko sa Cutler. You're the protector. Yun ang panawagan na, magbago, you have 2 years to go. Ayusin, bumaba ka. Siya yung sinasabi ng the emperor without any clothes. It's about time you go down, talk to people. Huwag kang magalit. If somebody criticize you, it's because we love this country. Kanino kami sasama? Ano gusto, magrevolusyon na lang kami? Di ba? Senior citizen eh. Hindi na pwede magrevolusyon. Hanggang ganun na lang kami. Pero, yun yung sinasabi, kailangan pagbabago. Tunay, hindi puro kwento.
So, kailangan tumayo ang taong bayan at sumali.
Pakita nyo, you're no longer happy what's happening. Maybe it will open the eyes of everybody, pati simbahang Katoliko.
Yun ang pinakatulog eh. Ang simbahang Katoliko is the most asleep and will not take any position whatsoever.
Hindi dapat mag-take sila ngayon. Kitang-kita. We are now in the boiling point. Maraming nanahimik yan. Isipin mo, by the month of August, pag nawala mga imported items, ang daming makina mawala because of those tinatawag nila control, ang parating tinatawag ng clearance, ang pinapahirapan nila negosyante. Kung smuggler ako, hindi mo kailangang kumuha ng clearance eh.
Tuloy-tuloy na lang.
Tuloy ang negosyo ko eh. Ang kawawa dyan parating tunay na negosyante, ang daming papeles. Talagang loves na loves. Talagang loves na loves sila kami. Sobrang pagmamahal niya sa amin eh. Puro mahal na lang. Di ba? Maawa na sila.
Do you believe in breaking down the system and doing it all over again? You're a man of the law eh.
There's no need to break down the system. According to Chairman Pulido Tan, there's a systems failure.
Siya na nagsabi.
She was the one who described that in relation to the anomalies in the PDAP. That there was a systems failure.
Yeah.
So the system is already at breaking point, if not already broken. So we have to fix the system now. And this cannot be done without the help of the people. Our government, the administration should not look at the people as their enemies, but as their allies. And they should be ready, just like what you said. ready to
this
listen.
government looks at all of us and all the rallyistas as enemies. As the spokespeople always say, Coloma says that kung tirahin ang taong bayan, baliktad.
Yeah.
Alam mo yung classic example of breakdown of system eh. Naiyawan. Aircon lang. Kailangan mag-import ka. Kung matalino ka, good governance, bibili ako 2 putik for 5 ton, ikabit ko lang, di tapos ang problema.
Immediately.
This how, itinatawag arrogance yung nangyayari. May pinapatayin doon, walang CCTV. Hindi raw niya kasalanan.
Si Honrado, no?
Puta, mahiya ako, magre-resign na lang ako. Di ba?
Ayaw talaga bumili.
Eh kung anak niya na baril, asawa niya, alam mo yung tinatawag delikadesa, mahiya kayo sa taong bayan. Ako ang sinasabi ko, I supported Cory nung araw eh. We were on the street for so many years, since 83. Pero itong nangyayari, hindi ko na matanggap eh. Alam niyo lahat yan. You go outside, talk to people. Puro dainag because yung sa hirap ng buhay. Di ba? Kitang-kita natin, we could buy cheap, if you want cheaper electricity, just adopt the other country program.
Program. Mabilis.
Ito yung program of profit muna bago kayo eh. Di ba? Buti ka, binigyan ka ng kuryente eh. Pasalamat ka pa eh. Gusto mo magtaas, blackout. Brownout.
Correct.
Di ba? O taas uli. O, di ba?
Yun ang ginagawa ngayon.
Di ba?
Anyway, we have to end the show, gentlemen. Parting words. Kayo, Attorney Luna.
Thank you for guesting us here. I hope our government, especially our president, will be a better listener and will craft new solutions to this. Because at the end of the line, it's the people who will judge his administration. Hindi pwedeng daanin ito sa magandang press releases, pagwapuhan, or pogi points. We can no longer deceive the people. That's why, for the last time, we call on the president not to allow the systems to break to the point that it can no longer be fixed. Kailangan gumalaw na sila ngayon. And on our end, we start this through COA. COA should do its work so that the
So
process.
you work the system to correct the system within the system.
Yes, so that we can recover what has been lost. Because it's the people who have lost that money, not really the government.
Thank you very much. Johnny, ano message mo? Mensahe mo? Na we've heard you. We've heard your rage. And why not?
Ang sa akin, ito ay panawagan sa buong political system and the politician is the president. The duty of the government is to take care of the people. Ganyan kasimple lang. Pero nakalimutan niyo yung tungkulin niyo. And history will judge us. Ako, I'm now talking of something that happened during the Typhoon Yolanda. 6,000 ba namatay o 20 plus thousand namatay? Pagbaba ni Pinoy, ang katotohanan lalabas. I have talked to a lot of people. Buong village has been wiped out, but nobody refused to talk about it. We owe it to the people. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa kanila, you do not love the people. Every time there is disaster, may calamity, you never even have half mast of the flag. You never even declare a day of mourning. Yan ang responsibility isang good government. Kung mahal mo ang taong bayan, be brave enough to listen to us. Instead of nakatago ka sa kwarto mo, yung mga hora-hora yung pinakamagaling kang presidente, don't listen to them. They are all bunch of idiots. Ako na magsasabi sa inyo, isipin mo, sticker di mong kayang gawin, air conditioning, yung smuggling, lahat ng pahirap ginagawa niyo. Anong kasalanan namin sa inyo? Ganyan kasimple lang.
Thank you very much, Johnny Chang. There's not much left to say after Johnny's spiel. I'd like to recall something I read in the internet about 2 days ago, which I found at first really hilarious. An Ateneo student came up with a portrait, a big white canvas, and everyone was praising it, and people were in front of it looking at this thing, and it's supposed to be the presidential sister who made, it's depicting the mind of the presidential sister. So finally, the portrait is turned around so I can see it, or the viewers can see it, and it's totally black. It's all white. Under it, the mind of Chris Aquino. That's how I would like to end the show. Maybe it's congenital. Thank you very much.
Matindi.
You are what you watch.